Hey folks, what's going on? This is Shadow Stars coming with you with another video today. Today I'm going to be covering some of the recent developments in the stock AMC. I'm going to be going over the box office figures. I'm going to be going over the news such as the new insider transactions that occurred, along with the new filing, the 13D filing that Antara Capital had to file. So without further ado, first of all, let's go into the new box office update. So now we have until January 3rd, Tuesday's figures. Here's the monthly figures, 86 million. Plug that into my spreadsheet here. And so, if you're new to the channel, this Excel sheet is something that I've been constantly working on, adding more information to, and updating as I get new information. Those who've already seen this, the only new update is really I've updated January figures to include the most recent data. Let me change that now. So now we have 1/3's information. So far, I mentioned in the previous video that, hey, you know what? Average daily January performance needed to match a 15% increase projection, would need to be 14.4 million every day. If you wanted to track the January performance of previous year, so 2022, it'd need to be 12.5 million. And as we see, so far, I'm just going right off of top 10 gross. 36 million, 32.5 million, 16.7 million. So that is definitely ahead of figures. And as we see it, current Q1 2023 versus Q1 2022, 22% of it. Now, if we base it on the 15% projection increase, they're 19%. Nonetheless, that's good. That's trending in the right direction, because you're only 3 days into the month and you're already at basically 20% of previous year, same period. Question now becomes, will this continue to hold? So as we see, if we drill into particularly Avatar, we see that, hey, going from Monday to Tuesday, you had a bit of a drop off. So now the question is it's going to be, were these figures basically from Christmas Eve until the New Year's, was this all a boost because of the holidays? Is there going to be much of a decrease if we look at the next couple days? So what I'm going to do here is this. Let's go back to the dailies and let's go back to 2022. We look at New Year's Day, 39 million. That's, remember, this is a weekend, so 39 mil, 29, 13, 10, 7, 6, 15. So once again, you get the weekend, you get the boost, and then drops off. So if you look at just 2022 figures, seems like it's a holiday boost. And come the following days, you'll get a decrease. So Spider-Man No Way Home, that one came out on December 17th, 2021. Avatar, December 16th. So similar release dates, December 16th versus December 17th. And we see the drop off. The difference is going to be that, hey, Avatar is showing the decline is different. What I mean by decline is that, hey, in regards to Spider-Man, you look at the figures, look at how first day absolutely smashes it, 121 mil versus 53 mil. The thing is that movies like Spider-Man have a very heavily front-loaded versus Avatar, which is not as heavily front-loaded. It just tends to kind of chug along. So you don't see the massive decrease. So we'll just have to see how the trend continues to go. Is this going to hover around that 10 mil, and then will it spike up to around that 20 mil range per day over the weekend, or is there going to be a bigger decrease, or maybe there's an increase? We'll just have to see. Nonetheless, as the data shows, box office is off to a pretty good start for 2023. And I know people got some haters in here. I go based off the data, based off what the numbers tell me. If it looks good, like I said, if it looks good, it looks good. If it looks bad, it looks bad. I don't skew it. 22 or to 19% if you're using previous year versus projected growth. Either way, 3 days in and you're 20% of that figure. And I'm not comparing I should clarify that I'm not comparing the full quarter. I'm comparing just the same current month of January, Q1 2023 to 2022. So let me clarify that. So that's the update for the box office. One other thing, as far as I know, here we go. These are some of the releases coming in for Q1 this month. We got Megan, that's going to be showing up in 2 days. Devil Conspiracy, Man Called Otto, Plane, House Party Missing, so forth. If we go to Box Office Mojo, let's see. Yeah, they talk about Megan, Man Called Otto, Devil Conspiracy, House Party, Plane, so forth. Some of these limited releases, very little impact. Re-release. Distant. So yeah. So you don't really have any big blockbusters hitting in January. So we'll just have to see. But we do know that, hey, come February, you have Ant-Man. Come March, you have some of the other known franchises. Kind of the Creed, the Scream. I guess you could count Shazam. And obviously John Wick. So we'll just have to see. I'm going to be doing more in-depth analysis to see and also get information on what the movie industry is projecting, what they're thinking based on what they're thinking that these will do. And previously I covered in my other videos of the previous movies and how they performed. So I'll be doing those updates. So let's move on to the next thing. If you've watched some of my previous videos, most recently I've been covering a lot of the Form 4 filings for the executives of AMC. Looks like Sean Goodman, their CFO, recently had to do another filing. So this filing, December 2nd. Remember, they filed it on the 3rd, but hey, it's for reporting on December 2nd. So it looks like more, look at it, more APE. He got vested based on the RSUs. He had some disposed because of tax withholding purposes, I bet. If you look at it, I bet it says that. Number 3. There we go. Yep, common shares in APE, otherwise issuable, were withheld to satisfy reporting tax obligations. So we know that, hey, this is how many total equity interest that he has, 933,000. Just based on my history of breaking down some of his transactions, previous video covered this, but once he's granted those shares, if we look at 2021 November, 8 days he sold. December 2nd, 5 days later he sold. Let's see, January 1st, 2002, 3 days later he sold on January 6th. let's see. And what? February 17th, got some more PSUs, and what? Little over 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, sold more shares. So if we rely on this history, my guess is that, hey, within 2 weeks to about a month, what he's going to do is he's going to be selling those shares. I could be wrong, but I'm basing it off the evidence, the data that I see here on his previous filings. If that trend continues, doesn't mean that the trend will continue. It's just saying, hey, this is a trend I've seen. And the other one, the big thing is this. If you've been following my social media, my Twitter account, I've been saying that, hey, Antara Capital, based on all those shares that they're getting, they're going to have to file a 13D. It's going to have to be within the first, basically the first week of January. And what do you know? First week of January, they filed their 13D. So we know that, hey, they have currently 59 or as of when this filing date was reporting for. So let's make sure. Oops. It was filed. Yeah, it was filed today. Today in the morning. And this is as of what date? I don't think there is a lag as far as I know. So as of this date, they should have... I want to make sure here. Yeah, they signed this off on January 3rd. So we know that, hey, as of that January 3rd, they had 59.5 million APE. That's just with the Antara Capital. If you add on some of their, I guess, additionals, they have through, what is it? They name it here. Through Corbin Opportunity Fund and the Corbin ERISA Fund, they have a little bit more. If you combine that all, they have 61.8 million APE, which represents currently 8.8% of the total outstanding APE. And also from this filing, we know that, hey, that percentages is based on currently, as of that 13-date filing, 702.7 million APE that is issued and outstanding. But don't forget that, hey, remember when they entered this forward purchase agreement with AMC, they'll be getting 106.5 million APE for $75.1 million. And remember that they'll do the exchange, 100 million of the principal amount of the second lien notes due 2026. They'll receive approximately 91 million more APE. So we know that, hey, this issued and outstanding figure will go up accordingly based on the 106 and the 91 and change million more APE. So they're going to have a significant portion of APE, and when this vote takes place, when the shareholders meeting takes place and the vote is taking place, they will be voting to agree to the proposals set forth by the board of directors of AMC. So if my calculation is correct, they'll have nearly 18%. This is all assuming that, hey, 1-to-1 equally. They'll have 18.1% of the vote. If not more, they could continue to buy more. We don't know that. And also hidden, or rather not hidden, but not known in the filing. If we look at it, we see their transactions that they've been doing. This is all included in their 13th filing. So we'll see, starting from November 2nd, we see their trades of APE. We see their sells, their buys. We see the price in which that they're selling it, price in which they're buying it. Lots of transactions, and look at the other little funds too. Corbin Opportunity Fund, Corbin Erisa Opportunity Fund. Very little movement there. But nonetheless, you see, hey, Antara is moving millions, some days millions, 2 million, 2.6, 4 million, 4 million, 6.8 million, 6.2, 5.5, 7.5, 8.9 million. So definitely a lot of volume that Antara alone is accounted for or accountable for. So those are the major news events that I want to cover. And without one last thing that I do want to cover, let me pull it up. Give me one moment, folks. It would not be, I wouldn't end my video without calling out one person here. Remember this guy, stocks and crypto plays, Aquarius Angel 24. This guy has been pushing this T+90 has arrived, T+90. He's been pushing that for weeks on end. Yeah, actually even before December, because he said he calculated it wrong and whatnot. But nonetheless, pushed this on this morning at 9:51. The day before at night, 9:39. 7:32. What else? Pushing more of the APE. This was on December 31st. More APE. Same thing. He's just pushing it over and over and over. But nonetheless, today was his research, his due diligence told him, hey, T90 is today. And what happened to the stock? Oh, wow. It's up, 10, 11%? So his day, he said, oh, according to his research, APE will squeeze first. Okay, so is 11% the squeeze? My whole point is, this guy's a fraud. This is a grifter. I've already pointed out in previous videos that, hey, he even calculated the date wrong because he's calculating in holidays that it skips when he shouldn't be, because those were trading days. The stock market was still open. He still counted those. But nonetheless, give him the benefit of the doubt. Hey, you know what? You said you did your research. You know the date that it's going to happen. This T90 is going to happen. Didn't happen. Are you surprised? These folks coming up with tinfoil hats, conspiracy theories over and over. They set dates. Oh, T+2. Oh, T+0. Oh, T+35. T+90. And each time, oh, T+35. Oh, no, that's not just days. Oh, that's trading days. Oh, that's business days. Oh, you got to calculate these holidays. Notice the pattern? They're always moving the goalpost. They don't do the proper research to figure out, hey, what is the real date supposed to be? So they're constantly making predictions. They're constantly having to revise. But nonetheless, are they ever correct? No. It's because they're not doing the right research. When they read something, they immediately plug it into their narrative. It could be wrong. They could have misconstrued it, misunderstood it, but you know what? They never acknowledge that. They never even consider the fact that, hey, you know what? I read this thing and I didn't really understand it properly. They never acknowledge that. And what? When they're wrong, do they ever come out and apologize? Oh, hey, you know what, guys? I'm sorry. I told you the wrong information. These guys rarely do, if ever. So, have to call this guy out. Absolute fraud, grifter. I'd love to see. I bet you. Is he going to make another video today? Let's see.
If and what is the start?
Let's see, did he put out a new video today? Nope. He's been awfully quiet. T+90 has arrived. See? No video today, no squeeze. And I bet you, he'll probably... Where's that video that I first saw him on? Where was it? Oh, remember? T+90 December 15th, that's what he said. And then what? T+90 connection, T+90, and this is when he said January 4th. See, this guy's a clown. Absolute clown. And look at all the views that he's getting. Where are the folks? Where are the people calling him out? Apes and people supportive of AMC, they get mad when I call out the bullshit. When I call out the grifters. When I say, hey, you know what? Look at this information. I'm pulling these from SEC filings. I'm doing simple, basic math. I'm pulling Form 4 filings from the SEC Edgar website. I'm pulling domestic box office gross. I'm pulling earnings call transcripts. Listening to them, reading them. Looking over the 10Qs and 10Ks. Compiling all this information. And I speak based on this information. But guys like him pulls it out of his ass. And he has no problem pumping it. He's a pump and dumper grifter. AVCT, BXRX, I mean, more low float, small market cap, penny stocks. I'm surprised he hasn't made a video on the new Antara filing, but we'll see. But I couldn't let it go without calling this guy out. And that's where I'll end the video for today. I'm sure there's plenty of other folks that I could cover videos on, but you know what? Just kind of want to take it easy today. Actually, one last thing. I'll cover some of the, let's see, comments. Let's see. A lot of folks, a lot of haters. Where is this guy? A filibuster. This guy was calling me out. Some of the other folks I just decided not to even respond to. Some of them I just blocked. But look at all these people just stuck in their echo chamber. FTD shorts under aged FTDs for a later date. Talk about the facts. Bring up your evidence. Reveal your sources. I do it every time. For me, you'll know exactly where I'm getting it. The SEC website. Box Office Mojo by IMDb Pro. Stuff like that. You can access it all completely free, no paywall. I'm not monetizing anything. I don't have it locked behind some sort of Discord. I don't sell you merch. I don't have affiliate links. I don't do any of that. Guys like him always got links. They got links to merch. They got links to whatever. Moomoo, Robinhood, Webull, etc. And the same folks that are saying, oh, payment for order flow is so bad. No. Then why are you sharing your affiliate link for payment for order flow brokers? Ironic, huh? They're all in for the cash grab. Once again, another video done, calling out the grifters. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe, hit the like, comment down below what you want me to cover next. If you got any questions, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them in a orderly fashion. And haters, keep on going it. You can troll me as long as you want. I mean, all I know is basically you're probably bag holders, super down into position. You got tricked into investing your hard-earned money by these grifters, they're charlatans, these snake oil salesmen. You just didn't do your due diligence. You didn't verify the stuff that they were talking about. If you did, you wouldn't have fallen for their tricks. But you did. And hopefully you learn that, hey, you learn to verify. You make sure that, hey, is this information correct? And you make your choices based on better information. But until next time, folks, Shadow Stars out. Peace.